What happens when someone is pulled over at a DUI stop in Georgia? Attorney George Stein explains. Typically, when someone gets pulled over for some sort of violation of the roadway, the officer walks up to the car and speaks to the driver. Usually, one of the first questions asked is whether the driver has been drinking. If the person answers affirmatively, or the officer smells alcohol, then things tend to escalate from there. They are asked to step out of the car, and the officer usually wants to administer standardized field sobriety tests, which include the horizontal gaze nystagmus test. This is an eye test designed to see if there's any nystagmus, which is the involuntary jerking reflex. Next, the officer administers the walk and turn test. The driver is instructed to take 9 steps, heel to toe, with their arms to their sides, and then turn in a specific manner, which is demonstrated by the officer, and walk 9 steps back. The walk and turn evaluation is designed to see if someone can perform physical feats and has the mental acuity to pay attention and see what the instructions are from the officer. After the walk and turn test, the officer will administer the one-leg stand test, which is quite self-explanatory. You balance on one leg and you're required to keep your arms to your sides and count until 30 seconds have elapsed, and then the officer tells you to put your foot down. For both the walk and turn evaluation and the one-leg stand test, they assess negative points called clues. If you get enough negative points on that coupled with the eye test, it will turn into an arrest. Prior to the arrest, the officer will typically ask for a portable breath test, also called the ALCO sensor in Georgia. As far as the ALCO sensor is concerned, the Georgia courts have ruled that the officers can't mention what the number is on the ALCO sensor. For court purposes, it can only be used to determine whether it's positive or negative. After that, the officer reads an implied consent warning, and the driver is taken to the station. If they consent, they're given a breath, blood, or urine test, and after that, they are entitled to get an independent test by medical personnel of their own choosing, at a site of their own choosing. All testing is supposed to be administered within 3 hours of the traffic stop. Attorney George Stein has created a consistent reputation for solid defense against contested DUI and vehicular homicide cases. He has the experience of more than 200 contested trials, with an exceptional success rate.